are Houston's holiday music station here at Sunny 99.1. We're also Santa's favorite station. I actually got Santa. I know he's so busy to join us on this podcast because not only does he want to bless Houston, he wants to share with you ways that you can help kids who are in the battle of their lives. Let's listen in. I have been praying and praying that I'm not on the naughty list this year, but I was checking out your Instagram and it looks like you put a lot of people on the naughty list.
Certainly did I, my friends. Well, I don't know. I will tell you if you want the trick, if you want the secret, and I'm going to let you and all of your listeners and viewers know it's all about kindness. If you're being kind to others, and if you're putting forth an effort to be kind to yourself, these are both very important things, and you'll make it to the nice list.
All right, then I'm going to tell you what we did today. Now, on a Friday, we call it a Feel Good Friday. We
Wonderful.
have a segment, it's a little game for our Sunny listeners where we give them gifts. And today the question was, what two words are relationship builders? What do you think those two words are, Santa Claus?
Relationship builders,
If
two
you say
words. Well,
these
I think
two
that there are
words,
many that we could use. I would say maybe communication is one of them. My goodness. Maybe love and kindness, I think, are all good
how
things.
about this one?
Listening is a good word as well.
Yes. But if you
Patience,
say this,
a very
especially
important one. If you ask
patience,
Mrs. Claus, she will put patience at the top of the list.
if Mrs. Claus says this to you, it will make you smile. Thank you.
Nicely done. Certainly.
Right? So that
Certainly.
was our effort to be kind to people on Sunny this morning. So I'm just doing my best, but truly, I don't know if you've ever listened to Sunny. I have looked at you on Instagram and you bring so much joy. I mean, your videos are hilarious and I love you did a segment where you're kind of in the background and you've got the guy going over the elf kind of the script at 10 o'clock, everybody. And then you've got the neighbor going, Santa. I mean, that was spectacular. And there's you running around in the background. I was cracking up at that.
It was wonderful. That was actually the Jonas Brothers family, a wonderful visit for a video.
That is amazing. And speaking of the Jonas Brothers, I know that they're involved in a lot of wonderful things for the community. And I don't know if this is where you met them and if you work together there, but Santa Claus is a big part of our family at the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And I'll tell you, Santa, we have a radiothon, believe it or not, during our Christmas music. It'll be the first week of December where we raise, I think last year we raised $1 million for St. Jude.
Nicely done, my. Well, if anything's going to put you on the nice list, well, my goodness, supporting what a wonderful charity as St. Jude
Yes.
is certainly a nice list thing to do.
How did you become involved with them? I'm just curious. Our boss just felt this kind of this move in his heart when he heard St. Jude come and share their story and he thought, what if we did this during our holiday music? And then he's thinking, but this is supposed to be a joyful time. And then when we visited St. Jude and we realized how much joy was there, we thought we could do this. And our listeners just were so moved by it as well. How did you get involved?
Well, I think that that idea of we can do this, well, this spreads forth to so very many people. A lot of people think that giving to a charity is some grand thing that is huge numbers, and there are certainly those that are able and gifted to do such things, but we can support charities in small ways as well that make such an impact. I was invited, as you were, to be able to visit St. Jude. I know they're very good at scouring the world for those that are spreading cheer and goodness. And I was invited to come and visit. And like you, I was able to open my eyes and my heart to the mission of St. Jude and what they're all about and what a wonderful thing. There are certain elements of St. Jude that is trend setting. And as you know, I'm trying my very best to be a trend setter.
It's so true. They do miraculous things, as do you, squeezing that body of yours down a chimney every year so you can deliver toys to the kids. It's always fascinated all of us.
Well, it's
And
gotten a little easier. Mrs. Claus has been reminding me to make sure that I'm eating more vegetables and maybe a few less cookies throughout
no,
the year.
no. No, the truth is, I saw your videos. You have some broccoli, but you eat the cookie.
Certainly,
I
certainly. You
know.
saw the video.
Yeah,
You go,
I saw the
don't
video.
tell Mrs. Claus.
I have to talk to you about cookies. You seem to be fascinated with cookies. Have you ever had any of the cookies at K Cafe at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital?
They are so wonderful, aren't
Aren't
they?
they, though?
Wonderful indeed.
I just think that you are just you are the personification of joy, of mercy, of forgiveness. You teach such good lessons. I don't know where you got all these skills, but you are just a fascination to not only children but adults as well. And when we start playing Christmas music on Sunny, literally it changes like the whole all of Houston turns happy. And it must be some kind of inspiration from Santa Claus.
Well, I think that there's a little Christmas spirit that goes throughout the world. I think what's so very important, and I'm often asked, what is my very favorite part of Christmas?
Mhm.
Well, I will certainly say it's when the world becomes a little less selfish, when we are thinking of the needs of others, when we are being more compassionate to those that are around us and keeping our eyes open for those that might be in need. And I remind everyone as well, sometimes they are those that are nearest to us, that are closest to us, that are smiling all the time, that we might inquire, is there anything that I can do for you? It's so very important to keep our eyes open for those. And I truly believe with all of my heart, if we're doing good things and listening to our heart, we will hear those little whispers that say, I think you should say something to this individual. I think it's a wonderful, beautiful thing. And often when we do these things, I hear, how did you know that I needed that today? I think it's a beautiful thing. And we all can do it if we're listening and we're trying to do good.
Oh, I love that. Well, I loved that you shared your wisdom with our Sunny listeners and our viewers. And is there one thing when you think of our friends, our little friends that are struggling at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, did you have an encounter with any of them that maybe I know that you touched their heart, but maybe touched your heart and it grew? I know you love the Grinch. Maybe it grew a little bit bigger, perhaps three sizes bigger.
Wonderful. Well, I think that the opportunity to give back to those in need is so important. But I remind all of the young ones that I see in hospitals all around the world that they are my heroes. The things that they are facing, the things that they have within their lives, challenges that even would make a grown adult be so very nervous, and they are doing it with all of their heart and effort and doing wonderful things. And St. Jude, my goodness, the way they are supporting and enwrapping each child to give a full experience in supporting them. Do you know that at St. Jude, that these families do not pay a single cent in all that they are there for? I think it's a wonderful, important thing. And Dana, have we talked a little bit about the wonderful T-shirts that St. Jude has been doing?
This shirt saves lives.
I brought one right here. I try to give them away when I can.
Oh,
This shirt saves lives. It is a wonderful thing. We all need shirts, certainly. But I would say that when we can get a shirt that truly, truly, with all of my heart, I know and see the goodness that the shirts can do, what a wonderful gift it is. A simple thing that does great things. As we are all working together on a common goal, great things can happen.
I know that you have an affinity for the color red. I've got some friends at St. Jude. Maybe they can make you a special red version of this
Well,
shirt.
I've been talking to St. Jude for quite a long time that I want a red one. I
I
think
figured you would.
one day it will show up. I think one day it will.
I love
Maybe
it.
with a plate of cookies too.
You're the best. I love you. We are going to be raising funds again for our precious children. They count on us to raise funds so other children can come in. And, so many times we'll get a tour with an amazing tour guide who was a patient at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, always giving back. And that's what we're all about. And I will say that your little hero right here, our little Rudolph friend. I love him so much. I know he was bullied as a little boy, but you spoke to all the deer and made sure that he became your lead guy because that's the kind of Santa Claus you are. And you're
Well,
going to help
we
those
must
little
keep our
children too.
eyes open. There are individuals that might be a little different than we are. And oftentimes the world is not very kind to those that are different. But Rudolph truly showed the world that even with something that was a little different than the others around him, well, it served a purpose, a very important purpose indeed.
You're right. And the kids at St. Jude, they go through, sometimes they look a little bit different too. And with your kind of inspiration and reminding them that they're just as special as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, they will do amazing things as well. So, Santa, thank you. I know you're the busiest guy, and I just figured us being the Christmas music station, maybe we'd get a chance to chat with you for a little bit. So, thank you for letting us talk. And I know we are your favorite Christmas station when you have a chance to listen, right?
Well, and if I can offer just a one moment to be able to speak to all of you and to you, my friend, I'm so very thankful that you have had me here to visit on this thing that they call a podcast. What a wonderful, exciting thing.
I know.
I'm trying to learn all of the words of the current trends, and podcast I hear quite a bit now. But let me say that I'm so very grateful to be here. And from my heart to yours and to all listening and watching, I send you wishes of peace and happiness and goodness and all good things. And may your Christmas and holidays be filled with all positivity. And may we all be able to keep our eyes open for, as I said, those that might be in need, that might be hiding it just a little bit. May we remind those around us that they matter, that they belong, and that they are special. I wish you all good things, my friends, and I cannot wait. And if it's not too much trouble, if you could possibly leave some cookies out on Christmas Eve and maybe something for the reindeer.
I knew it. I love you, Santa. Thank you so much. And safe travels, my friend.
Wonderful, wonderful. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.